It's normal for babies to wake many times during sleep due to the sleep cycles. So when your little one wakes up, don't presume that something must be wrong. When they wake, if they are just fussing a bit or moaning, vocalising, chatting, or even crying mildly, then check on them discreetly to make sure that they're okay and then leave them alone. They won't be able to figure out how to put themselves back to sleep if you step in when you're not really needed. If the crying doesn't escalate and turn into an upset, sad, or urgent call for you, then you can leave them indefinitely. If they're in a different room, check them from time to time, either on the monitor or quietly from the doorway. It can sometimes take an hour or more for a baby to get back to sleep under their own steam, especially during the later part of the night when sleep is very light. The most helpful thing that you can do is to give them time. Now, if the crying escalates and your baby sounds upset, then this is what you can do. First of all, go to the side of the cot and consciously use the same spoken mantra or phrases and touch as you used at the start of the night. Your baby will recognise your voice and actions as the things that they associate with sleep. And they will know that you are giving them the message, it's time to go to sleep now. Try this for at least 5 minutes. If their crying doesn't escalate, you can continue this until they go back to sleep. Give them as long as they need. If their crying escalates, then pick them up and continue with your familiar soothing phrases, mantra, the same tone of voice. If you're working on dropping the night feeds but you aren't quite there yet, then give a small feed and afterwards hold your baby in your arms for a few minutes before trying again to settle them back down in the cot. If they end up falling asleep in your arms, it's okay, but it's better if they can fall asleep in the cot. Now, even if they're awake a lot during these first few nights of doing this sleep work, please try not to bring them to sleep in your bed. If you manage to settle them back into their cot for the first wakings, the first few times, and then eventually end up bringing them into bed with you, you'll teach them that if they are really persistent, you will do the thing that they are looking for. And remember that this thing that they are looking for is a habit and it's not a need. Now, once they know that their cot is not just a holding space until they get into bed with you, they'll start to feel content in there and be more able to relax and to go back to sleep. Keep it in your mind that after about 4 a.m. there is little, if any, deep sleep happening within those cycles, and your baby will be naturally more wakeful. Their cortisol, which is a wake hormone, levels are rising in preparation for the day, and you might struggle a bit more to get them to resettle at this time. But if you approach the very early wake-ups within the context of an altered bedtime settling routine, and after settling them earlier in the night in this same way, then when it comes to these light sleep cycles at the very end of the night, you will succeed because you're just reinforcing something that your baby has already learned.